Since the beginning of time, men have had a choice to make, good girl or bad girl. Now, as a player, we know that a good girl can become a bad girl, but a bad girl can never truly be a good girl again, no matter how hard she tries. First off, what is the difference between the two? Is it as simple as one being bad while the other is good? Nah, it's a little deeper than that. So sit back and take notes while I break it down from a player's point of view. But first, I want you guys to be on the lookout for my new book, All Game, No Chaser. This book is going to reveal everything I know about getting women and more. Just download my free ebook, 7 Ways to Attract Women, to get on my email list. And when the new book drops, I'll send you an email. Now, let's get into some game. There's a psychological term coined the Madonna whore complex. This ideology places women into two categories: the Madonna, a woman who is pure, virtuous, and nurturing, or a whore, a woman who is deemed as overly sexual, manipulating, and slutty. A lot of women claim this is a sexist narrative created by toxic men. Whether it is or not is to be debated. Personally, when it comes to a woman being a good girl or a bad girl, I don't feel one is better than the other. I truly believe they are both different sides of the same coin. If you press a good girl long enough, you will bring out her inner whore, and most bad girls were probably good girls at one time in their lives. They both have their pros and cons, so let's run through some. Good girls are considered the one with wholesome values and moral boundaries, as pure as the driven snow, and even if she is not a virgin, the men she has been with are very limited and far between. Now, the cons of a good girl are these. She may be a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Let me explain. I knew a guy that married a virgin, and after 10 years of marriage, Dr. Jekyll turned into Mrs. Hyde. She divorced him and tried to fit everything she missed out on in her 20s into her 30s. Good girls can also be very boring and bland at times. Not all, but some. Now, bad girls, on the other hand, are like the forbidden fruit. They taste good, but most likely are bad for your health. Bad girls can drive a man wild in ways that can go against our better judgment. They are great in bed and fun to be around. There are also many cons to a bad girl. They are not submissive. In the eyes of society, they are considered loose. They often dress slutty and act very whorish. Most men see them as a short-term play, the type of woman that you don't want to get serious about. Players have an old saying that goes, treat a whore like a queen and a queen like a whore. This simply means that you have to switch your approach up when it comes to dealing with each of these women. Instead of being Prince Charming to one and a jerk to the other, trade personas, or hell, even step outside the box and give them a mixture of both. You'll get more appreciation, interest, and respect by doing the opposite of how someone is used to being treated. Always remember, what women tell everyone they want versus what really turns them on don't typically align with each other. I can go way deeper into the psyche of the female mind, but you guys know I like to keep these videos sweet and short. But I do have a whole section in the Associates of Game degree that goes way more in depth. You should check it out. But for now, I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. But until then, play on, player.